WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 11.
From red tags to roaches to sky-high rent, a group gathered in Lansing today to talk housing horror stories and hopefully find solutions. It's our top story at 11. Thanks for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer.
And I'm Sherry Jones. The city of Lansing has a housing problem. Right now, hundreds of rentals are considered unsafe for people to live in. And those red tags have forced people out, many times with no notice and nowhere to go.
And that's why a group gathered in downtown Lansing earlier this evening, sharing what they've experienced to hopefully bring about change.
Our Josh Sanchez was at the meeting. He's here for you now with more tonight. Josh.
Yeah, Sherry, Siobhan, tonight's event happened with a backdrop of an ongoing effort to crack down on the hundreds of red tags marking rentals around Lansing. More than a handful of people spoke out while others simply listened, finding comfort that they're not alone.
I was told that I didn't love animals, and that's why told me mice were bad.
Kelsey Brand is one of more than a dozen people to share what they call their housing horror stories at the Fledge. For her, it was comforting to know that she isn't alone with some of the struggles she had renting homes in the city of Lansing.
You realize when certain tenants start talking to each other like, oh, this is not a unique situation, which it should not happen at all. But when we come together collectively, it's important we raise our voices because people need examples, faces, photos, examples.
And there were plenty of stories to go around tonight, from unwanted animals to excessive fees to not being able to find any safe, affordable housing and ending up in the streets.
I'd rather be on the street than pay that kind of money there.
William Lawrence is part of the group that hosted the event and says not only did it help build momentum to push for legislative change, it also created a safe space to vent about their rental nightmares.
People are experiencing this in so many different ways, but we need to have the opportunity to come together to understand that it's not your fault.
It is refreshing, and it's very good to know that there is other folks that go through the same troubles that you go to.
Simon Ponpontes says he faced skyrocketing rent costs in New Mexico before moving to Lansing to work in community outreach. And every day he hears similar stories from people here, not only with high rent, but a lack of help.
Something that is scary is that I'm in a completely different state, and it's the same stories pretty much.
Now, the group that hosted tonight's event hopes to drum up a large crowd in September to pressure state lawmakers to allow local governments to put a cap on how high landlords can set rent. Sherry, Siobhan.
All right, thank you, Josh. Well, speaking of being closed, the Big